Hello everyone. Today we will learn how to create HubSpot contacts for new Salesforce contacts. Now HubSpot and Salesforce both are CRM applications, and if you work in a company where you have different departments, you might use both these applications to keep the record of those different departments of one common company. And adding contacts in both the applications separately is a time-taking task and manually is a hectic one. But let me tell you, we can actually automate this process. Although both these applications do not have a direct connection between them, but we can automate this process using Pabbly Connect, where our trigger will be new contact added in Salesforce and that will be added in HubSpot. So our action will be contact created in HubSpot. Let us learn how to do it.
So in this video, we will learn how are we going to integrate two customer relationship management softwares, that is Salesforce and HubSpot. Suppose you use Salesforce and HubSpot for two different departments. Say that you want to integrate both these applications in such a way that whenever you add a new contact over here in your Salesforce contact list, that contact should be added in your HubSpot contact list as well. So doing this manually will take up a lot of time, but I am going to teach you an integration today that we are going to do with the help of Pabbly Connect. This is the landing page of Pabbly, and on the right hand side I can see two options: sign up for free and sign in. If you don't have an existing account, you have to click on sign up for free, but I'm having one, so I will click on sign in, and that will take me to the login page of Pabbly. I will just click on sign in with Google and I will be directly logged in. When I reach here, I can see all the applications that are provided by Pabbly to you. Today we are going to connect two applications, so we will be using Pabbly Connect. Click on Access Now, and then I will be taken to the dashboard of Pabbly Connect. On reaching the dashboard, you can see a big blue button on the right corner. Here, Create Workflow is written over it. Click there and name your workflow. Because we are going to integrate two applications, we will name this Create HubSpot contacts for new Salesforce contacts. And we will click on Create. Now a blank workflow will be created for you. Here you can see two boxes. One has trigger written over it and the other has action. Now what is a trigger and what is an action? A trigger is when this happens, which means that whatever is going to be your trigger application, an event that is called a trigger will take place in that application. And as soon as that happens, this workflow will proceed in the direction of the action application, and that application will perform the assigned task that we are going to assign it right now. For example, today our trigger application will be Salesforce, because as soon as a new contact is added to Salesforce, that contact will be further forwarded to HubSpot and a contact will be created there as well. So we will select the application as Salesforce, and the trigger event is going to be a new contact, which means the trigger will be new contact. Every time a new contact is added, this workflow will work. Now before you click on connect, make sure that you open your Salesforce account in a different tab so that it is easy for Pabbly Connect to get access. Do not worry, Pabbly Connect is 100% safe. Click on connect and click on add new connection. Then this will be visible to you, connect with Salesforce, and then it will ask you for access, where you have to just click on allow. And that's how you've given access to your Salesforce account to be connected to Pabbly Connect. Now, because you have connected this, you have given access to Pabbly Connect in such a way that whenever a new contact is added in Salesforce, that response will be captured by Pabbly Connect if you click on Save and Send Test Request. So we will click on Save and Send Test Request and then see the response. See, the response has been received. Now this is the response of a contact that has just been added. Okay. So here you can see on the top it's written every 3 hours. This is the polling time. What is a polling time? Polling time is a time duration for how many times this trigger application will recheck the responses or recheck this trigger. It says 3 hours, which means that every 3 hours Salesforce will be checked for a submission of new contact. Okay, so this is the contact that was added a while ago. Now what we will do is we will add a new contact on our own right now and then click on save and send test request. So let's go back to Salesforce, and here you can create a new contact by clicking on new. Now you have to fill up this form. It's not necessary to fill all the fields. You can just fill the fields that are necessary to you. Okay, so let us fill. Let's say this is the first name, account name, title, department is not required, birth date you can give. Just make sure that all the details that you generally enter for some person are to be entered over here. So the birthday is going to come in this year only. Select the year, the month, and the date. This is the birth date. The phone number, you can enter the phone number over here. Enter the email. Okay, and then you can enter the city name in the address section, and no other very important field is left out now. So all these information have been filled, and you can just click on save. Now this contact has been created. Okay, so you go back to Pabbly Connect and click on save and send test request. When you do that, you can see the responses received, and this is the information. See the city name, the name, and the name has been splitted on its own. The last name and the first name have been split. The email is here, the date of the creation, and also the date of birth, the city, and all the information that we filled in that form are captured by Pabbly Connect. Now, what Pabbly Connect does is it captures the information from one application and then transfers that application to the action application. So our action application, or we can say the destination of all of this information, is HubSpot. So let us select our action application as HubSpot. One thing to be noted over here is that no need to put a delay in the capturing of the information because it provides a polling time of 3 hours. This is ample of time duration needed to capture the information by Pabbly Connect. So we are proceeding to our action application, that was HubSpot, and the action event will be to create a contact, simply creating a contact. So click on connect, but again make sure you have opened your HubSpot account over here. So connect, and then click on add new connection, connect with HubSpot CRM, and then it will just ask you for access. So you have to select your account, choose, and then allow access. That's done. So the authorization is successful and both of your accounts have been connected successfully. Now comes a very important step of this workflow, that is called mapping. Now what is mapping? Mapping is actually creating a pathway between both of these applications. See, this is what we discussed earlier, that Pabbly Connect captures the information from one application, that is your trigger application, and forwards it to the action application. But for the information to reach its exact location, we need to give it a map, what path that information has to follow. Like you entered the birth date over there, so that birth date should come exactly at this field where the birth date has to be entered in your HubSpot account. So we will do the mapping. How are we going to do the mapping? Whichever field you want to fill, click on the field, and then this menu will appear where you have to insert the data from the previous step. Okay, so the previous step was this response that was captured by Pabbly Connect, that came to us by Salesforce. So we will just click here and then click on this drop down menu, and it will give you the list of all the responses you received. So the date of birth, so for reference you can type over here date of birth. Here is the birth date. So we did not enter any degree, study, gender, so it's not necessary to fill out all the fields. Only which are necessary and important for you are supposed to be filled. Okay, so keep on scrolling down till you reach any field where you need to fill the information. Now comes the first name. We noticed in the response that the names were separated on its own. So just type first. Here the first name is arrived. Similarly, you can type last over here. So last name will also be here. then the email address. So you can type email. This was the email, and phone number. So you can type here rather than searching. You can just type and get the information. Now city also be entered. So let us see, is the city here? Yes, the city is here. So I guess this is all the information that we have entered. So we received all the information. Just keep a check of any field where required is written, because that is a required field. Without filling that field, you won't be able to go ahead with this workflow. I hope that we have filled all the information. So we will just click on save and send test request and then wait for the response from HubSpot. And see, the ID that you see on the first place is the ID of the newly created contact in your HubSpot account. Okay, so which means that our work has been a success. The properties, the fields that we filled are captured over here and no error is shown, which means the workflow went successful. Click on save. This is how you save your whole workflow. Go back to your contacts, and yes, without even refreshing, you can see this information has been captured. The name, the email, phone number, and date of birth. These were all the fields that were required in our HubSpot account. So what did we learn? That as soon as you create a Salesforce contact, a HubSpot contact will be created on its own. So let us do a small and quick recap of the whole workflow, which went very easy and smoothly. So our workflow was just of 2 steps, trigger and action. Our trigger application was Salesforce, where we created a new contact, and our action application was HubSpot CRM, where again, we did not create a new contact, but this contact was created with the help of Pabbly Connect by mapping the information that we captured from Salesforce while creating a new contact. So this was all the workflow. I hope this helped.
Not just these applications, but you can integrate many other applications using Pabbly Connect. If you have any issue regarding Pabbly, you can email us at support@pabbly.com. You can ask your queries at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any doubts regarding our pricing, then you can connect us through this given website. If you found this video helpful in any way, then make sure to share this with your friends and colleagues to make their life easier by creating automations. We will meet in the next video. Till then, do not forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you.